If Jesus is who he says he is, if he is the way, the truth, and the life, and nobody can come to the Father except through him, and that our eternal souls then depend on us embracing that truth. If Jesus is not Lord of all of our lives, then he's not Lord at all in our lives. Yet we, despite the evidence and the overwhelming witness of not just 2,000 years, but from the very, very beginning, we constantly tried to deny the identity of God, and very, very specifically, we tried to deny the identity of Jesus Christ. This is the fundamental root of what original sin is. We want to be the main character in our own stories, but by attempting to take God's role, we separate ourselves from God's love, we separate ourselves from his light, and we separate ourselves from life. Jesus was pretty straightforward about his identity. I've used the line a couple of times already. He says it to Thomas, and it's really clear. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Jesus knew who he was and what he was about. And we have to trust him. That's the call. If this is true, if that's who Jesus is, then we get to ask, then why did he come? And we know that too from the Gospel of John, chapter 3, two very important verses that need to be said together. For this is how we know God loved the world, that he gave his one and only Son, that everyone who believes in him will not perish but have eternal life. God sent his Son into the world not to judge the world, but to save the world through him. That's the deal. So, is Jesus Christ the Lord of every aspect of your life? None of us are saying it out loud because we all know the answer. And the answer is not good. Not a one of us can say that Jesus Christ is Lord of every aspect of our lives. He's not. Our sin is constant, and it is devastating. Our hope is to cry out to Jesus. That is our hope. We need to depend entirely on him, to call on him to intervene in our broken identities. We need God's help. We need God to teach us how to surrender our pride and to put our trust in him. We need the real Jesus to save us.